Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kezza, and today we're talking about one of the new decks from Battles of Chaos. We are talking about, boom, Dinomorphia. Been playing around with this deck recently because, you know, it's just something different. It sort of piqued my eye as well. It's a trap deck. I'm not really a fan of trap decks usually. I think it's slow, boring, and very monkey. But no, this deck kind of takes my eye, and I think it's really the gimmick of the deck. The gimmick of the deck is you've got a lot of traps that involve you paying half your life points. So you end up playing like winning a game, and you'll be on something ridiculous like 138 life points or like 70 something life points, and that's actually kind of thrilling. It's something really different. Obviously it's no good for time. The new time rules get a bit cucked by that, but like, knowing that you've got full control of the game, but at the same time, like the tiniest little slip up can absolutely like end your day. I don't know, I find that thrilling and different. So here we are getting into my Dinomorphia deck that I've been playing around with here. Played this at Hobby League last night, got a very respectable X1 with it. I only lost to a virtual world player, shout out Lucas, off the face downs. So only lost to Lucas. Game 1, believe it or not, I drew all monsters, and then game 2 I drew all traps. I just needed one of my monsters to get going, and sadly didn't see it. So yeah, hats off to Virtual World Adventure being reasonably more consistent than Dinomorphia. Now this is only half the support that we actually get. We get a bunch of new cards in the next set, but for Battles of Chaos Dinomorphia, I think we did pretty well. Let's get into it. So 40 card deck here. 40 cards, starting off with 3 of the best lady, Dinomorphia Theresia. Normal special summon, set a Dinomorphia trap directly from your deck to the field. If my life points are 2,000 or less, this gains 500 attack, so it can easily go to 2,000 attack points, which is really, really good. And all the Dinomorphia monsters have this effect as well. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, either player's card effect, you can banish one trap from your graveyard and special summon a level 4 or lower Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard. So they all float. Very important, because there is only 2 main deck Dinomorphia monsters, and you run all 3 of them. Speaking of which, next one, Dinomorphia Diplos. Card is normal summon to special summon. Send a Dinomorphia card from your deck to your graveyard. This can either send a trap to your graveyard, ready to revive, or if you've already got traps there, you can send, but you don't have access to Theresia, you can send Theresia to the graveyard. When he gets destroyed, banish a trap, special her back, set the trap, and then you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? He's also very important for a card I'll get into later. He's only got 1,000 attack points. So that is actually quite relevant for something that we're going to get into a bit later. Because we're playing Dinosaurs, of course we're playing the 1 Misc. Helps protect your Theresia, all important game starter, from going through. And also when you get your fusions out, really protects them from that, so that's great. We're living on the edge, so we need as much protection as we can get. And of course we're playing a Dinosaur deck, so this deck at the moment only has a limited number of monsters in the main deck, and a couple of fusion monsters, but if you can't get to your fusions, how are you going to be closing out games? And the answer is Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So, yep, big, huge, bungus, can wipe an entire board by himself, only needs 2 dinosaurs in the graveyard, so yep, we are at 3, because this deck has a lack of draw power there. And last monster, we're playing no hand traps, because this is a trap deck, our traps do the talking. 3 Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Excuse me. So yeah, this is a trap deck. So yeah, we're going to be playing Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Again, big bungus, 3,000, hopes to close out games there. It's also level 10 as well, which with the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno comes up extra deck warning. But also as well, if you special summon them, you can set a spell or trap from your deck to the field immediately. And yeah, so the card that you're most likely going to be setting is going to be your Pot of Extravagance onto the spells now. So Pot of Extravagance, we know this. Draw 2 cards, draw 1 card if you're not feeling so greedy. Don't really use the extra deck so much once you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So yep, it's all fodder. We're playing a bunch of level 4 dinos, so of course we're playing 3 fossil digs there. 1, 2, 3. And the nice ultra rare thanks to Brothers of Legend. Cool. And believe it or not, that's the spells. 6 spells. This is a trap deck after all. So onto the spells now. Traps now. Stuff that up. So onto the traps now. Now the main trap of the deck is Dinomorphia Domain. Normal trap card there. So this is, believe it or not, this is your fusion card. During the main phase, pay half your life points, fusion summon a Dinomorphia fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand, deck, or field as material. When your opponent activates a card or effect while your life points are 2,000 or less, banish this card from the graveyard, take no effect damage. So anyone who says, oh, you can beat this deck with sparks, nah, this says otherwise. But this is going to be the main card that you set off the Theresia, because that's going to get all your plays going. Normal Theresia, set domain, wait for your opponent's main phase, flip domain, send from your deck, and summon out Kentragina. Cool. On to the next trap now. This, I think, is the second best Dinomorphia trap, and this is Dinomorphia Sonic. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card, counter trap, while you control a Dinomorphia monster, pay half your life points, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Then destroy 1 Dinomorphia monster you control. Remember, they all float on destruction, so it goes right back into the sort of theme of the deck there. The flavor pile. But also, during damage calculation, while your life points are 2,000 or less, if you would take battle damage, you can banish this from your graveyard instead. So, the normal Dinomorphia traps, you can banish to stop effect damage. The counter trap Dinomorphia traps, you can banish to stop battle damage. Very important. Your opponent might think they've got you, and then suddenly, bonanza, spring this on them. Next up, only 2 of this, Dinomorphia Alert. This is one of the normal traps. Half your life points, special summon up to 2 Dinomorphia monsters from your graveyard whose total levels equal 8 or less. So yeah, essentially you're either bringing back 2 of the little guys, either Theresia and Diplos, or you can bring back a Kentragina if you want, if it's gone. So more copies of Kentro, it's good. Next up, the last Dinomorphia trap that we're going to be playing is Dinomorphia Brute. Pay half your life points for a Scrap Dragon, destroy 1 Dinomorphia monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls. It does not target, non-targeting destruction here. And remember, they all float. Banish to stop effect damage. Thank you, Brute. And then onto the regular traps now. We've got 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I had to give it back. 3 Skill Drain here. This card works brilliantly with Kentragina, keeping her at 4,000 attack points. And pretty much every game last night I saw Skill Drain, I was winning. So, yep, great card this format. 3, please. To protect our skill drains, we've got 3 Solemn Judgments. Hey, we're paying half our life points. Might as well play the OG halfer. We've got 2 Solemn Strikes. I cut this down to 2 because very quickly 1,500 life points gets very hard to pay with this deck. So, I know the strike could be something else, but I felt 2 strikes was okay. You normally lead with this as your first trap that you're activating, and then do everything else from there. And then rounding out the traps there, 1, 2, 3 Torrential Tribute. It's great going first or second. Like if you're forced to go second, you can just set the Torrential when your opponent tries to push. Bye bye field, and then all your Dinomorphias float. Cool. Onto the extra deck now. So we've got 6 fusion cards and 9 pretty much irrelevant cards. Now, they do get new fusion monsters soon, but For now, we're having to play 3 Kentragina, your main beta, and 3 Stealth Bergia. Kentragina loses attack equal to your life points. Oops. You can only use one of the effects of Kentragina once per turn. During your main phase, you can pay half your life points and banish 1 Dinomorphia normal trap from your graveyard. This card becomes this trap's effect when this card is activated. If this is destroyed by battle card effects, special summon at level 4 or lower Dinomorphia from your graveyard. So yeah, loses attack equal to your life points. So 4,000 attack, you pay half your life points, you go to 4,000 life points, she's still on 0. You pay half again, you're on 2,000 life points, she goes to 2,000 attack. You pay half again, go down to 1,000, she goes to 3,000 attack. So she gets really big really quickly, and she can copy, during either player's main phase, she can copy a Dinomorphia trap card. So yeah, so what the main play with her is, normally, you will be flipping domain, summon Kentragina, then next chain, Kentragina's quick effect, banish the domain, send another 2 Dinomorphias to your deck, and summon out the Stealth Bergia here. This is also another point why Skill Drain is great in the deck as well, because you can just instantly turn her up to 4,000 attack and yeah, start swinging. Stealth Bergia, you pretty much have to play him because he's like your only other fusion target at the moment. While your life points are 2,000 or less, you don't pay life points to activate trap cards or Dinomorphia monster effects, so he becomes pretty cool. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original attack. So this is kind of cool. So if you're getting really close to time, you won't go Kentragina. You'll end up summoning Stealth Bergias and just hoping that Stealth Bergia burn is enough to just like swing the game in your favour. And also as well, it's got the destruction effect as well, so pretty cool. He's got 0 attack though, but 2,500 defense. Complete opposite to Kentragina, 4,000. But those are the only ones at the moment until we get the big Tyrannosaurus Rex dude. And filling up the extra deck, 2 Lagia, we're on level 4 dinosaurs. 2 Dolka, we're on level 4 dinosaurs. Playing these at 2 each, just because we're on extravagance here. Playing 1 copy does come up. So you'll probably summon 1 copy in a game, but you need the 2nd copy there for extrav targets. And then I was also playing Gustav Max and Lee. Never summoned it. I don't think it's even necessary in the extra deck, because if you're going to be overlaying Heavenly Sky Prison and Tyranno, like, what is the point? Like, Tyranno is normally closing out games for you anyway. Like, what are you doing here? And last card in the extra deck is Salamangreat Elmirage. Why Elmirage? Now, remember what I said about Diplos there, having 1,000 attack? This can instantly turn on your ultimate conductor Tyranno. So if you're going second, you can normal summon your Diplos. You can send Kentragina to the graveyard. And because he's got 1,000 and he's normal summoned, goes to the bin, link summon for Elmirage, banish these 2, summon your ultimate conductor Tyranno, suddenly you've got a board breaker which is protected from destruction. Isn't that fantastic? So that is the main deck there. Side deck, I don't know. I'll show it to you regardless. Remember what I always say about side decks. Build them for the event. Don't sit there and build a generic side deck and hope that it hits everything, because it doesn't work. My god, man. What are you up to? So first off, Cosmic Cyclone, absolutely useless. That 1,000 life points, it becomes like Solemn Strike. It did win me a game when my opponent red rebooted me. Didn't red root me. My god. Gross. That was against DDDs, took out their black contract, and suddenly they can play. Great. 3 Rivalry. Fantastic Floodgate at the moment. I thought it was fantastic. 3 Lancia. Played a bunch of Flunderies tonight. This card just rolled over them. Same with Skill Drain. 3 Dark Rulers. So you kind of need everything, and going second, you can just shut your field off. Pancracops. Again, it's Dinosaur. Rawr. And it's really good. And I finished it off with 3 Nibiru. I don't know about Nibiru at the moment in the format. Great for smashing mid-range combo players, but for top tier combo players, it's not very good. They're probably on adventure, or their deck can play around Nibiru. But anyway, thanks each for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed that, and you can take away something like how you can build your own Dinomorphia deck. It's not complete. We get more support in the next set there, but for now, I think this is a pretty solid deck, especially for hobby leagues and everything, if that's the way you want to go. I was considering it for the Winning Case tournament next week in Hamilton. After last night, I'm really 50-50 about it, eh? But yeah, really cool deck. I like it. Plays differently. I'm normally a big combo man, big dragons. That's my business. But you know, playing smashy dinos, yeah, why not? But take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Ka kite anō, and have yourself a great day.